Good, happy Sunday morning, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to Politics with Riley King. Let's begin. Rep. Smith joins growing Republican field vying to be House Speaker. Another top Republican in the New Hampshire House is joining the race for Speaker. Rep. Stephen Smith, Republican of Charlestown, is the chairman of the House Transportation Committee, said he'll run for Speaker if current Speaker Sean Jasper is confirmed as Commissioner of Agriculture and resigns from the House. Former Strafford County Attorney running for 1st District seat. Former county attorney says he's seeking the Democratic nomination for New Hampshire's 1st congressional district seat in 2018, a little over a week after Democratic Carol Shea Porter said she plans to step down at the end of her term. Laconia Lincoln Stoddard of Portsmouth has served 9 terms as Strafford County Attorney. He also served as mayor of Somersworth and on its school board. Stoddard, who announced his candidacy Wednesday, said like Shea Porter, he pledges to refuse all campaign contributions from corporate PACs and Washington lobbyists. He said the Republican-controlled Congress is too afraid to stand up to President Donald Trump. Other Democrats are considering running among the Republican. Senator Andy Sanborn, a former Licking Commissioner, Chief of Enforcement, and Eddie Edwards have declined their candidacy. Less than a third of sexual harassment victims report to their boss and HR. Harvey Weinstein's scandal partities in headlines as women continue to come forward with accusations of sexual harassment and assault against the media mogul. In response, hundreds of thousands of victims of sexual harassment have shared #MeToo on Facebook and Twitter in show of solidarity. Many are calling this a tipping point to creating more open and productive conversations on how to combat toxic workplace cultures. Yet EEOC Commissioner Cha Fodder says we as a society still need to take action. She joined Sola O'Brien for a conversation of why victims and bystanders don't report their experience with sexual harassment, how workplace prompt a culture consent, and how non-disclosure agreements keep superstar harassers on the job. State senators unwrap sweeping health care reform package. State Senate leaders have unveiled a wide-ranging health care reform proposal that set goals of lowering costs and providing residents access to first-rate care regardless of income and geography. The more than 100-page bill filed on Tuesday aimed at continued uncertainty over the future of federal health care policy that could have dramatic consequences for Massachusetts. The proposal for the Senate Democrats on Beacon Hill aims to squeeze out as much as $525 million in overall health care savings by 2020. Previous include reducing prescription drugs cost and a number of uncertainties, hospital emergency room visits, and narrowing the wide gap in payments between community hospitals and large Boston counterparts. It also includes some, but not all, previous of Republican Charlie Baker's plan to lower state Medicaid cost. Former presidents call for a Unite at Hurricane Relief concert. Let's take a listen to the video from AP.
A dazzling place I never knew. A new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go, or say we're only dreaming. Let me share this whole new world with you.
Five former living presidents working together to praise the American spirit.
All of us on this stage here tonight could not be prouder of the response of Americans
And ask for continued support for hurricane recovery efforts.
There is still work to be done in Texas and in Florida, and our friends in Puerto Rico and the American Virgin Islands have only begun to dig their way out of what could be still a calamitous disaster, but can be a new beginning.
Presidents Jimmy Carter, Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, and Barack Obama joined George H.W. Bush at Texas A&M University, home to his presidential library, for a benefit concert.
I speak for the folks right here when I say we really admire and love George H.W. Bush.
An evening originally planned to be the 20th anniversary celebration of Bush 41's library, transformed into an opportunity for the former presidents to help hurricane victims.
Let's all work together and make America still a greater volunteer nation.
After Hurricane Harvey devastated Texas in September, the five former presidents, led by the Bushes, created the One America Appeal charity. As hurricane season continued, so did the campaign's outreach to Florida and the Caribbean. To date, they've raised more than $30 million from over 80,000 donors. The work of the former presidents was praised as tremendous by President Trump in a 2-minute video message that was welcomed with applause.
in the aftermath of these terrible storms. The American people have done what we do best. We came together, we helped one another, and through it all, we remain resilient.
It's unclear if the current president was invited to attend. A White House official says Trump was honored to be given an opportunity to participate in relief and recovery efforts.
Thank you so much for coming together and putting all your differences aside. It is so incredible.
Among the musical guests, Lady Gaga, who announced a partnership with One America Appeal to create a mental health program for hurricane victims.
So the response to these disasters must encompass the survivors' mental and emotional needs, as well as their physical well-being.
A historic night in response to devastation and inspiration of historic proportions. In College Station, Texas, Kaylee Hartung, CNN.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Looks like a fun event that happened last night. The note, Bush, Obama, and General Kelly tried to evaluate the dialogue in an era of Trump. Let's take a listen to this video from ABC News.
I'm gonna let it shine. There's a little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for politics right here with Riley King. I hope you all have a great rest of your Sunday, and I'll see you back here next Sunday for another edition of Politics with Riley King. Goodbye, everyone.